Beta. Não, Vanos. Tá bem, Vanos. Mas que susto que você me deu. O que você precisa de mim?
Greetings. I am Vanus Galarian, head of the Mages Guild. I have need of your assistance.
A gente já se conheceu, mas o que você precisa de mim?
Yes, it's high time Tamriel was free of Molag Bal's grip. The Anchors, the Daedra, the Undead, they devastate our fragile mortal plane. I have a plan, and I need your
E o que você precisa que eu faça?
I want you to meet with Thrush, leader of the Hidden Armigers. He'll be at the Mages Guild in Mournhold. Even Yoren's personal agents think my idea is sound. I'll be along shortly. I just have a few final
Tá bem.
preparations.
Vou esperar você lá, hein? Até mais. Olha, que muito louco, cara. Quem sabe um dia eu aprendo a fazer essas coisas. Cheguei aqui, se eu não me engano aqui é Deschamps. Eu tenho que vir pra cá, pra esse lado. Vamos lá. Vamos pegar o alazão, né, que vai mais rápido.
Stranger, may we speak?
É, aqui por aqui mesmo.
Over here, Initiate.
Na verdade, tenho coisas a fazer. Bem, deve ser aqui. Você é o Thrush.
Well, well, if it isn't the hero of the pact, glad you made it.
Não, eu não acredito que a gente se conhece.
I'm the leader of the Hidden Armigers. If you've heard of us, we haven't been doing our jobs. The
Não escutei falar de vocês.
Sometimes that involves agents from the Morag Tong and other secret organizations.
E por que que
Here.
você precisa de um assassino? Me explica aí.
She owes me a favor. It's a long series of stories we don't have time for. She saved my brother. I saved her life. We're back and forth.
Exato. Eu tô aqui por causa do Vanos.
That crazy Ultimate wants to organize a secret meeting of the Alliance leaders in neutral territory. He'll be here any minute, so I'll let him give you the details. But don't worry, the Armigers
E qual é a sua parte, cara?
little details. Making sure the right agents are in the right places. Protecting pact interests, that sort of thing. I could tell you more, but then Naryu would want to kill you. Or maybe just cut on you.
Tá, então você tá dizendo que são pequenos os detalhes, né? Então vocês se certificam que vocês põem os agentes certos nos lugares certos, protegem os interesses do pacto, esse tipo de coisa, né? Mas aí você não vai me contar mais porque pode ser que o Naryu vai querer me matar ou me cortar em pedacinho. Tá bom. Obrigado aí.
Turns out I'm glad you came, Virion. I'm calling in that favor.
You mean you called me here without knowing if you needed me, Thrush? Ugh. What's the favor?
I need you to contact the other spy networks. The Eyes of the Queen of the Old Merry Dominion and the Ring of Daggers.
Ah, então cada pacto tem um grupo desse.
You do me with the tips of my daggers, repeatedly, right?
No. This is a diplomacy thing. No killing.
É, não, sem matar ninguém, pelo amor de Deus.
Of a favor, Thrush. Should have asked for something your lackeys couldn't do. We're even after this, you know.
I know, but this is important. Thanks, Naryu. I'll even ride with you as far as Oradon. Let's go.
E aí, Vanos, tudo bem?
Thank you for coming so quickly, champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Coldharbor. But this places us in a delicate political
Qual que
position.
é o problema?
As always, the Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides.
Então, a situação realmente é ruim, é?
The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Coldharbor without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together. Maybe
Bom, e o que eu vou ter que fazer?
You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected. You have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect...
Não, cara, você tá louco. Como assim as pessoas me conhecem? Eu nem sou daqui. Você quer que eu fale então com os líderes das alianças? É isso?
I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk.
Tá, então vou ter que achar cada um dos três e convencê-los. Tá bom, vou fazer o meu melhor.
I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party.
Tá bom? Vamos fazer então. Vamos pra capital aqui de alguma aliança. Oh, que bonito aqui, hein? Vou seguir você.
Greatly esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, it is my great honor to present to you...
Varnus, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered a mortal enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk.
Como é que vocês andam ouvindo tanto de mim, dona rainha? Me perdoem qualquer coisa, não sei aí. Jeitos corretos.
Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside our differences. But under different circumstances, you and I would be sworn enemies.
Mas eu queria dizer que meu único inimigo é o Molag Bal, ele que me impede de voltar pro meu mundo e fazer minhas coisas.
Well spoken and point taken. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet you.
Mas como você já ouviu falar de mim?
A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples it creates travel far and wide.
Ah, pô, obrigado aí por esse elogio. Acho que foi um elogio, né?
Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel and unfeeling master. But enough philosophy. What did you wish to speak?
Você tá falando muito difícil. Não entendo algumas coisas. Eu quero saber se a senhora não quer ir pra ilha Dirk. Vai ter uma reunião lá. A gente tá tentando fazer uma reunião sobre um ataque a Coldharbor. O que a senhora acha?
And you need all three of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting.
Preciso.
I like it. Very well. I make no promises with regards to the negotiations.
Obrigado. Não.
I promise.
Negociação é secundária. Obrigado por ir. Aí, conseguimos, Vanus.
That went well, I think.
Vamos. Qual que é o próximo destino? Para onde a gente vai?
Expect a certain level of formality. The court of High King Emmerich is often filled with scandalmongers and subversives. Therefore, protocol is the order of the day. Shall we?
Então eu preciso ficar atento, porque vai ter uma formalidade lá na corte do Rei Supremo Emmerich, é isso? Ela costuma ter muitos traficantes e escândalos. Tá bom, ok, podemos ir sim.
Tell the lovely Dunmer Naryu that she is very welcome to disguise herself as a serving girl and show off for this
Raz,
one.
inappropriate.
This one has no regrets.
Que isso. Tá bom. Vamos lá. Vamos lá, com licença.
King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Skald King Yoren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Coldharbor crisis.
The Skald King sends his personal champion into his enemy's stronghold? Either he has a lot of faith in you, or he's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak.
Bem, vamos falar. Dá licença, hein, seu rei. Todo mundo com um monte de guarda aí, mas... Vamos lá, seu rei.
Fellas legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same...
Que isso, é uma honra conhecer você.
Is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people?
Não, eu vim falar sobre Molag Bal.
That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty. I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric...
Então, a influência dele tá crescendo muito e eu acho que a gente pode ir pra Coldharbor, enfrentar ele.
Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say?
Então, minha ideia é que a gente vá para um lugar neutro, que é a ilha Stirk, e lá a gente conversa sobre isso, sobre Coldharbor. O que o senhor acha?
That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Não, fica tranquilo. A rainha Irene já aceitou, tá? Obrigado, viu?
Give my best to Thrush. Tell him I hope we can dance again soon.
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew that.
Oh, I love to mingle, Your Majesty. I'm gonna mingle their heads right off their necks one of these days.
Que é isso. Bem, Vanos, acho que o segundo tá...
I didn't think it possible.
Foi possível.
Well done. We must return and begin the preparations.
Vamos lá.
We have much to do. Come.
Tá bom, vamos lá. E aí, Vanos, o que a gente vai fazer?
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part.
Essa não foi a parte complicada? Qual que é, então?
Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and, well, you'll see soon enough.
Tá bom, beleza.
Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit?
Tô, vamos pro cume.
Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
Pode abrir então aí o portão.
The word has been given.
A moment, please. I'll wait for you on the other side.
Tá bem, vamos lá.
Our representative, Captain Alfari.
Cheguei aqui. Ah, moça, você tava querendo falar alguma coisa. Desculpa, não escutei. E aí, Vanos?
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place.
Eles já chegaram, os líderes da aliança?
I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another.
Tá, vou tentar fazer o meu melhor, cara.
We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Coldharbor invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting.
Beleza.
Two kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you.
Bem, eu vou indo lá, tá?
The summit is just ahead. The leaders should be arriving.
E aí, tudo bem?
It's Lady Laurent.
Aonde? Ih! Ah, tá bom. Deve ser você, né?
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
That is Galarian as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
Que é isso? Você é louca.
Waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition.
Exatamente.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless.
Farewell, milady. We must dash. We're expecting...
Ela é bem louca, hein? Ela é bem louca, hein? Ó.
Wonderful. It's Tellinger.
Quem é Tellinger?
Here's Tellinger, the artificer himself. Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of failed wit.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
Mas o pessoal é bem educado aqui, hein?
Respect your betters, old friend.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day.
Tá bom, né? Vocês ficam aí brigando, vai entender.
The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Olá, capitão.
Captain Alfari, has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You three should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
Vamos indo então. Foi pra cá, né? Ó, estão chegando aí.
High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Old Merry Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the ruby throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
Totalmente sem sentido, viu?
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my lion guard.
Isso. Ô, Vanus, que loucura, cara.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately.
E como é que a gente pode fazer eles entenderem as coisas?
Stop bickering. They'll never agree to send troops to Coldharbor. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected.
Então, as guildas não podem liderar o ataque se eles concordarem?
Interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps? See if you can reason with them individually.
Tá bom. Vou ver o que eu posso fazer. Oi, Condessa, tudo bem?
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
E a Guilda dos Guerreiros, ela pensa diferente?
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel.
Eu ajudei a destruir algumas âncoras.
Succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think?
Saber se a Guilda dos Guerreiros está disposta a invadir Coldharbor.
And able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all three
Tá bem.
leaders consent.
Eu vou conversar com eles, ver se resolvo alguma coisa. Vou começar aqui por aqui. O Jurum, dá licença.
I tried, but these thick-skulled bastards will not see reason.
Não, cara, não é um truque. A gente precisa se cooperar.
What about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the pact will be vastly outnumbered there.
E se a gente mandar as guildas para Coldharbor, a guilda dos magos e dos guerreiros?
Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart pact, they do not stand a chance.
Mas as duas guildas, elas têm experiência em lutar com os Daedras e elas seriam a nossa melhor chance.
You make some sense after all. I will support this foolish plan if you can convince the other leaders.
Tá bom, eu vou convencer sim. Não acho que seja um plano tolo, mas tudo bem. Vamos ver com quem que eu falo agora. Falar com a rainha. Dá licença. Rainha, dá licença, eu queria falar um pouquinho com a senhora.
Yoren is being stubborn out of spite. He's your king. Can't you reason with him?
Não, mas tem uma alternativa.
There? What did you have in mind?
O que a senhora acha da gente mandar as guildas para Coldharbor?
Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Coldharbor to fully understand what they'd be up against.
Ah, rainha, eu não vejo outras opções, hein?
But I'll agree to nothing until I've conferred with my advisors. Now go annoy the others. I've had enough for one day.
Tá bom. Então eu só preciso convencer um agora. Se eu convencer aqui o último rei, já tá feito. Vamos ver o que é que vai dar isso aqui. Dá licença, hein? Vou falar com o rei, hein? Dá licença. Seu rei. Como vai, senhor? Tudo bem? Seu rei Emeric, preciso falar com o senhor.
Your Scald King has all the patience of a bull at mating season. This is a negotiating table, not a battlefield. Can't you talk some sense into that?
Não, cara, fica tranquilo. Eu tenho uma sugestão.
That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest?
Que tal enviar as duas guildas para Coldharbor?
Doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Bal's followers are legion.
Mas eles já têm uma considerável experiência contra a luta dos Daedras.
You're a bold one, but you may be right. If you can convince the barbarian and the child queen to...
Já convenci os dois. Acho que a gente tem um acordo agora. Olha que pedra bonita isso aqui. E a gente já tem um acordo, hein? Vanos, consegui.
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse?
Eles consideraram a ideia, mas não foram convencidos 100%.
We're going to lose the element of surprise.
O problema é que eles não confiam nos outros, né?
But the sooner they come to an agreement, does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching.
O que tá acontecendo de errado?
I have an ill feeling about this.
Como assim, um mau pressentimento?
He has arrived. I can't.
Como assim?
What's happening? Go! Get away from me! Run!
Como assim? Eita!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal! Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back. How amusing! And yet so very sad. of none shall be mine.
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close.
Vamos lá. Nossa, mãe do céu, olha isso, cara. Vou ajudar você, rei. Ah, tá pensando que ia me pegar, é? Morre, morre. Aê. Cadê o portal? Fechar. Nunca imaginei que ia ter esse poder. Vamos ajudar agora, rainha. Vem ajudar. Meu, eles são muito ignorantes. Vanos, pode deixar que eu vou fazer alguma coisa. Rainha, fica tranquila. Tô aqui pra te ajudar. Fecha esse portal. Vamos lá ajudar o rei. Vem, rainha, vem ajudar. Também não quer ajudar. Aí é complicado, viu, Vanos? Cadê o rei? Tô chegando, rei. Ah, ser demoníaco. Daédrico. Mais uma. Uf. Você tá indo lá pra ajudar alguém? Vanos. E aí, Vanos?
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day.
Então a gente tem que fazer as coisas o mais rápido possível.
Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him.
Você pode abrir um portal para Coldharbor?
Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island.
Então pode ser que esse ataque vai ajudar os líderes a cooperar. O que você acha?
After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders, you have seen the face of our enemy. Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Coldharbor.
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Coldharbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanos.
The time has come, champion.
Vamos lá então, Vanos.
Let's go!
Vamos ver o que é que vai dar isso aqui.
Stand up, protect us all.
Bem, espero que dê certo, hein, Vanos.
We're as ready as we shall ever be.
Estamos todos aqui?
Fortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of...
Tá bom, vamos fazer isso então.
It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Coldharbor. Be on your guard, my friend.
Tá bem, eu vou ficar atento. Sir Cadwell, o que o senhor tá fazendo aqui?
Survive then, have you? Jolly
E onde é que tá todo mundo, Sr. Cadwell?
rotten luck. They arrived in Coldharbor, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to mention Molag Bal's defenses. Nasty
Tá bem.
nasties abound. Welcome back to Coldharbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuck.
Não morri. O que tem lá do outro lado da ponte, Sir Cadwell?
What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads...
Cidade vazia? O que é a cidade vazia?
A dull place. And a real eyesore, if you ask me. But I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest. What a simply fabulous word. Quest. 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 I just love how it...
Tá bem, eu vou lá pra cidade vazia.
Back to Coldharbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it.
E onde eu tô exatamente?
The beautiful gardens of Coldharbor. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder of it all.
Entendi. E como é que você tá, Sir Cadwell?
The honest feeling, we've discussed this before, or did I already mention that? No matter. I am Sir Cadwell, the Undaunted, Knight of the Court of Coldharbor, champion of chivalry, defender of the defenseless, shepherd to the soul-shriven.
Por acaso o senhor tá louco, Sr. Cadwell?
That's in the north, isn't it? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Entendi. Eu não tô entendendo muito bem o que o senhor tá falando.
In the common tongue of Nern, I was once fluent, but time does get on, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I forgot the question, though I'm quite sure I already answered it. You really should pay more attention. Did I? I don't recall that.
O senhor mencionou da ponte, não lembra?
It's the city, rather a drab, empty place at present, but a little paint, a potted plant or two. And honestly...
Tá bem, Sr. Cadwell, obrigado, viu? Um abraço. Então vambora. Vamos ver o que é que vai dar aqui. Vamos continuar indo aqui a ponte. Terminando a ponte deve estar a cidade aí. Cidade vazia. Olha aqui. Uma alma. Tô chegando. Consegui chegar na cidade vazia. Bem. Quem é você? O que você quer comigo? Você quer conversar comigo? Não entendi.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity.